Hi there, welcome. Just going to wait a minute for people to get in to the chat. Going to try to focus, trying a different angle today. See how that goes. As always, you can email fpusteve@gmail.com for a free financial coaching consult assessment. And we'll get going here. What up, Sid? Oh, where's my... Oh, put the camera right in front of my icons. This is why you do pre-show prep. Okay. All right. What up, Uni? Thanks for coming. As far as Ken, he just rubs some people the wrong way, I guess. Probably all of them do. Just depends on the person. All the personalities don't jive with everybody. But yeah, Ken, getting people hired. A lot of people have jobs already and are fine in their jobs. So that's all I can think about. You guys can hear me, correct? As soon as I get the okay. Thanks, Chris. All righty. So let's get going. Do 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 do. Live from Columbus, OH. You guys know what comes after that? That's right, AJIO. And it's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show where we talk about the Ramsey Show, Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and all things financial. I'm your host, Steve Simpson, financial coach. You can schedule a free coaching consult assessment by emailing your contact info to fpusteve@gmail.com. That's short for Financial Peace University, fpusteve@gmail.com. You can also reach me on the Gromp, that's Instagram, at Steve Simpson Financial Coach, no spaces. Today's hosts were Dave Ramsey and Ken Coleman, who has a live Get Hired event tonight, and that is free for Ramsey Plus members. It is $40 otherwise. And they normally record them, but I think then it would still be only for Ramsey Plus members, or maybe if you paid for it to watch it later. Segment 1 would be the Dadgum count. I heard 1 today. And that's all I heard. Anybody else heard more? And keep in mind, you can go ahead and type in any questions now, and I will sprinkle the answers in between my segments. And if people have already answered in the chat, I'll just say what they said. All right, there is a $10 book sale on RamseySolutions.com bookstore. Still ongoing, and recommend the Total Money Makeover and Debt-Free Degree. Debt-Free Degree, of course, great for parents and students of all ages. Never too early to start with knowledge. All righty, let's see. I get an update from Financial Peace since I led 2 FPU classes, and so I get an update on what's going on in the community, and you can post things in there. And so a post from somebody that's taking it Says, oh my God, I just made my first snowball payment. Changes as follows: unsubscribe from Audible membership, canceled pet insurance, pet expenses in future fully funded emergency fund, stop making extra mortgage payments, stop contributing to my 401k, and stop making extra car payment. And I reduced the dreaded food budget. Wow, didn't realize how big this was. Yes, and that's what you got to do. You got to do that kind of stuff when you're starting on this plan here. In the chat today, we talked about how many kids to have based on her number. Kelly is insane. Love her anyway, though. While on the subject of kids, we also talked about the ESA and 529 plans. And I learned from the Google that you can also use ESA and 529 plans to pay for private K through 12 education. So that's something to think about. I have a new segment called Corrections, and I'm only going to do them, of course, when I need to be corrected, which is hardly ever, right? Am I right? Chris, Kelly said she would like to have 18. Nah, she's not going to birth any of them, but she wants to adopt 18 kids. Told you she's insane. Corrections. Yesterday, I said that Paul Rudd was in the movie Bye Bye Love, which is incorrect. I was actually thinking of Paul Reiser, who was in the TV show Mad About You with Helen Hunt, who is maybe more well known for a movie called Twister, which is a great movie. I recommend both of those movies, Bye Bye Love and Twister. And Bye Bye Love is where the Queen of Sheba reference comes from. I think it was a saying to begin with, but that's where I heard it in that movie. And I've heard it maybe once or twice since then. Yes, Office Space was mentioned by Dave himself today. You are correct. Dave has been putting a lot of references in lately. I love it. I'm a big Dennis Miller fan. Market today, the S&P and NASDAQ were down slightly. Small cap and Dow Jones Industrial Average were up slightly. So if you follow Dave's plan and put 25% each into small, mid, large cap, and international, that's basically today. Basically, it canceled out each other. So basically, you did well. That's right. My stapler. I was told that no one would take my stapler. That's right. All righty. Any questions? No questions so far. A lot of chat, though. I do like the chat. Let's see. What have I got here? My friend Chris sent me an article in Fortune magazine from December of last year. That said, it was something like the 20 top tips that you should know, something like 20 financial tips that you should know, or like things to definitely know. And I'm going to do a pre-recorded video on that, comparing them to Dave's advice. But for now, I am going to focus on the first and second thing that they say. And the first one is avoid credit card debt at all costs. It goes on in that paragraph to say carry a balance. So I'm assuming that they want you to have credit cards, but you just pay it off at the end of the month. That's what I'm assuming, because it said don't maintain a balance on them. And the reason I think that's what they mean, even though they didn't spell it out, number 2 is to build credit. And so that's, avoid credit card debt, but build credit so you can have credit so you can get into more debt later. So, I mean, it's if you have good credit score when you're buying a house, that certainly doesn't hurt, but you do not need it in order to buy a house. You can use manual underwriting, and you will still get your house. But that's all I have. Anybody have any thoughts on that or anything else? If any questions, now would be the time. I had 5 segments written down today, 5 things. I remember yesterday I said I probably need like 10. I came up with 5 today. I'll keep doing that. Unicorn says, what about that kiddo who was insistent on buying because the whole renting is throwing away money? Yeah, we get that all the time in the chat. We get that all the time. Build equity, build equity, build equity. And then when he leaves college, best case scenario, if he buys a $150,000 condo and pays mortgage, even say the whole $40K that he was going to pay on rent goes to it. So that's $110 still owed. Then he has to sell it, has to deal with selling it. And maybe he can sell it, maybe he can't. And then if he can't sell it, then maybe he'll rent. He'll be a landlord from wherever city he's going to in whatever state. And of course, the tenants could destroy his building. Any number of things could happen. But this is not. But all he admitted to it. All he's focusing on is just, I'm losing $40K. I'm not getting any equity from it. And that's what a lot of the kids think, because that's what they hear. That's what they hear. Just like you'll always have a payment. Just like our friend's wife tells him, we'll always have a payment. They don't have to. Not if they do what our friend wants to do. But yeah. So that's so he came in the chat asking for Dave's advice. We gave him Dave's advice. And he kept going. He kept making. And that's what most of them do when they come in and ask for advice. They've already made up their mind basically, and they try to justify it. So, that's how it goes. That's right. All the interest is you're paying mostly interest at the beginning of any loan like that. So it's like, and he was getting an engineering degree. Come on, man. You can easily buy a house later. You'll be fine. Just rent, enjoy college, and have some fun instead of having to deal with, owning a house. If you're renting, that's somebody else's problem when something breaks. So that's the deal on that. Anybody have anything to add on that one, or any questions about anything else? Go ahead and type. You don't have to wait. If it's there's less of me going and trying to stretch it out. That's the Hollywood thing for stretch it out, make it longer. That's what she said. Sid says college properties are very cheap and aimed at students, are very expensive and aimed at professors. That is true. Yeah, they don't, Chris. And Tommy told him Tommy owns condos and he owns rental property, and he was trying to tell him, but everything Tommy said to him, he just replied back, $40K, paying $40K in rent. And then I don't get anything back from it. You're going to pay rent no matter where you live, even if it's in the form of a mortgage payment. So you're paying it anyway. And just because you don't get equity doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Dave wants you to buy a house. And then he, of course, kept trying to say, well, Dave allows a mortgage. And I told him, yeah, but he doesn't allow it. He allows it on a home for yourself. He doesn't allow it on rental property. And he doesn't advise that you buy in a town where you're not going to be in for a while. And that goes not only for college people, but also for military. Some people, I have relatives that are military, and it seems like they buy a house in every single port they've been in, which is many. So, and having to deal with selling it every single time, and so forth. And some of them have had 2 mortgages at a time. So it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, we haven't really gotten anybody like that in here that is anti-Dave advice yet, at least not in a big way. So I'm waiting. Haven't gotten any trolls here. I guess I should be careful what I ask for, but I think when I make a troll, Bill is not. I don't know. Bill's just more. He wants the end result without having to do the work for it. That's all. And he also says he wants the retirement money. Says he's barely getting by now, and so I want to know when the what up, Joy? That's right. We should all lime and subscribe. Thanks, Joy. She probably meant like. But yeah, he is only working part-time and is just getting by. So I don't know where the money to. He has investment questions all the time, and I don't know where the money for the investment's going to come from if he is just getting by. So, and I think he says he has no debt, but I don't know. He commented that he missed my show yesterday, but I don't see him in here today either. Maybe he's watching, or maybe we'll watch it later. What up, Bill? If you are, Joseph, I don't listen to any other financial shows because Dave Ramsey's stuff works and works fine. Has worked for tens of millions of people, and I don't need to say, oh, well, maybe somebody else knows it better. So, right. He wants a quick answer, Sid. You're right. Sid said he's trying to invest $1,000 on a hot stock and make $1 million. Right. So, but yeah, Joseph. That's basically it. I mean, you can't really. Most of the other financial people are going to recommend building your credit score, going to recommend debt, and that's just opposite of Dave Ramsey. And people always ask in the chat is, oh, well, he should have the other guys on for debate, and there's nothing to debate. You either do debt or you don't do debt, and so there's nothing to debate about. So that's the deal on that. If you, I mean, I've seen a couple of other financial shows, just to see what they're saying. But like as far as regularly or even more than once, I got Dave, and he has the plan that has been proven to work. All these other guys don't have the track record. They don't have the track record. They don't have the numbers of followers to say they've done this stuff and have succeeded at it. So I'll take my chances with Dave. Yeah, Sid, you keep saying that. Have you been busy with other stuff, taking tests and whatnot? Sid's going to look for a Dave to UK YouTuber, or some kind of like where it transitions his plan for the UK, because we do get people in the Dave Ramsey chat, the Ramsey Show, in the Ramsey Show chat all the time, asking about what do I do in the UK, and I believe it would be pretty much exactly the same. Like it would be the starter emergency fund is $1,000. So that would be 1,000, whatever it is in the UK. Find a round number if you like it. Investing is going to be probably the same as far as 15%, but they don't have the Roth, it depends on the tax laws, and the retirement accounts that they have in any other country is going to be different. Sure, Joseph, a different perspective is fine. That's why I said I've even looked at them once, and then I got it. I know what they're saying, and I don't want to do what they're saying. Right. I mean, even Graham Stephan is debt. So, you're going to do debt, or you're not going to do debt is the main question. Joy says, I stick to Dave Ramsey only because it super works. That's right. It not regularly works. It super works. She is correct. What do you guys think about this angle here? I remember to turn the fan off tonight so that it may sound a little bit better. I listened to it yesterday to make sure that I can't believe I remembered I said Paul Rudd instead of Paul Reiser. Anybody else have any thoughts or any questions? Sorry for the dead air. This is when it would help to have 10 things written down, because then I could do 5 things and then look at the chat for a while and then do another couple and then look at the chat again to catch up for any questions and so forth. No problem, Chris. Things happen. Joy and ESA and 529, they are investment plans. So I would imagine that smart investors do help with that. That's good. Got a lot of baby step 3 and 4 people in the chat, so that's good. Reminder: baby step 1 is to let's start with baby step 0. Baby step 0, you decide to not do debt anymore, and you get current on all bills, and you pay off the IRS if you have IRS debt. Then baby step 1 is to pay off all consumer debt, everything except the mortgage, and that would be in the order of smallest to largest. Right. 401k doesn't accept payments, just all of it, or the payment plan, right? So you just have to hold the payments. I would just do the payments and go to the next debt then, if there is one higher than that. Hopefully you don't have one higher than that. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't have term life insurance, that's also a step 0. If you have anybody that's dependent on your income, you definitely need term life insurance. Do not get whole life insurance. That's bundling in an investment with your life insurance. It's horrible. You can YouTube Dave Ramsey whole life insurance, and he will explain to you very well exactly why it is garbage. You get term and life insurance for way, way, way cheaper, and then you invest the difference on your own, and you will come out way ahead. Joy, you do a will if you have anything you want to leave to anybody, because you do not want the state to handle your stuff. Miss Finance, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And for those of you that have liked and have subscribed already, I appreciate it very much. I can't launch this thing without you guys. I appreciate it so much. You would not believe how much I appreciate it. That's right. Not lime and subscribe, right, Joy? Lime is a different thing. You can have a lime with your water if you want, though, while you're subscribing. Alrighty, that is 30 minutes. I'm sure we could chat for a long time, but there's probably no need to go much longer. That's why I need to have more things to talk about while the chat happens. That's right, Sid. You certainly could. Yep, definitely be Gazelle for baby step 3 as well. You don't let off the gas until baby step 4. Because baby step 3 is what puts that buffer in between you and problems. Alrighty, guys. You guys have a good... That's right. That's true. That's true, AJ. AJ's bringing up copyrights on Debt-Free Scream, so the no debt yell, perhaps. That's right. Sydney says Murphy repellent. That's what the baby step 3 fully funded emergency fund is. Yeah. The no debt yell. All right, AJ, I'm just going to steal that from you then, since you don't have a copyright on it. Thanks. Appreciate it. Alrighty, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Same Steve time, same Steve channel. And I will also talk to most of you in the chat tomorrow, I am sure. I appreciate it. Once again, you can email me to schedule a free financial coach consultation assessment at fpusteve@gmail.com. I typed it in at the beginning of the chat, and that is short for Financial Peace University, fpusteve@gmail.com. Everybody make smart financial decisions. Bye.